From the John C. Hench Production Arts Studios in Peoria, Illinois, VideoMax Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Kayla Neitz and Dawn McClure. News with Stephen Gothald and Danielle Kamsky. And the Midstate reporting team. Sports with Brent Dravalis. Jalen Cook is on the beat. Shanesy Fryer takes us about town. Get real with Haley Fichter. Let's eat with Brandon Johnson. Jackie Myers is in the spotlight. Street Team with Ricky Hendon. Megan Casey about crew. And State of the Arts with Brooke James. And now, from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine. Take it away, kids.
Hello and welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm Don McClure.
And I'm Marcella Gillen. Thanks for joining us tonight.
All right, Marcella. Well, it's nice to have you back. We haven't seen you in a while. You know, you went from hosting to behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. Somebody's got to try to make you look good, Don. I mean, well, I have to work my magic. It's not easy, but I'm glad to be back. You know, I got to learn, you know, in front of the cam, behind the cam to help put this show together. Right. And what could be more appropriate than our best of show? So.
Right. It's always good to have you back. So, okay, Thanksgiving passed. How are you transitioning now to New Year's resolutions? Any of those?
Yeah, those are always interesting. Personally, I haven't made any yet, and they're for me. That's always the same thing each year. You know, eat clean, be healthy, go to the gym. Okay. And it works for about a month, probably along with most Americans, right?
Right. Matter of fact, I think that is my new. If I had one, because I usually don't.
You can't have mine. I have it. You can have the same one as mine. No, I refuse. You cannot have mine.
I usually don't make New Year's resolutions, but I do have to get back in the gym. And matter of fact, because I know you stay in the gym, sometimes I will bump into you at the gym. Any like pageants or modeling going on?
I try to run. You think I'm working out, but I'm actually running away from you at the gym.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you at the finish line. Well, there has been a lot of going on in Central Illinois.
Let's check in with the news team.
Good evening, I'm Stephen Gothals.
And I'm Danielle Kamsky. Now let's take a look at the news.
A $100,000 grant was awarded to Eureka High School on behalf of State Farm's Celebrate My Drive contest. The contest promoted safe driving by having participants go online, vote for their choice of school, and then make a commitment to drive safely. State Farm spokeswoman Holly Anderson says they've been looking for ways to connect to people and raise awareness about safe driving, especially to teens. Car accidents remain one of the biggest causes to deaths in teens in the country, and the need to reach teens has been higher than ever. Peoria has a decent-sized college student population.
With winter break season upon us, safety is a major concern. Chris Gibson has the story.
As you get ready to head home for winter break, you may be worried that your home is more at risk for break-ins than normal. But Bradley University Police Chief Brian Joshko says that's not the case.
As the students leave, there really is less crime that occurs on campus. The last couple of years have been very, very quiet over the break period.
William Shoemaker is a brother of the Theta Chi fraternity. He knows some of the basics of keeping his belongings safe.
Yep, front and back door, we try to keep them locked as much as we can. We have had a couple issues with keeping the doors unlocked, but we're working on it.
But I wondered if he knew about the Bradley University Police Vacant House Watch program.
I am not familiar with their program.
To sign up, just head to police headquarters at Campus Town. Chief Joshko says the program has already been proven effective.
We encourage our students to register their homes when they leave for the break, and that has done wonders in reducing some burglaries from years past.
The BU Police will be operating 24/7 as usual over winter break. And don't forget, there are 80 emergency call boxes on and around campus to reach them as well. They are never more than a phone call away.
So if it's a crime or an emergency in progress, all somebody needs to do is dial 911. For non-emergencies, though, we do have an on-campus dispatch center, and that number is 309-677-2000.
For Midstate Magazine, I'm Chris Gibson.
Thanks, Chris. The Special Olympics hosted its state bowling tournament this past weekend, encouraging men and women from across the state to compete for a spot in the national tournament. Officials say hundreds came out in support of the event and watched the games play out. The board member, Tim Flaherty, says the event helps participating athletes learn that you can try, you can get better, and you can accomplish something great. Altogether, approximately 300 athletes competed in the bowling tournament.
Holiday shopping has begun, and 2 new game consoles were just released.
Nick Van Almsick has the story.
This holiday season, 2 highly anticipated gaming systems, the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, hit the shelves. Bradley student and GameStop employee Ian Spitznagel says there is one main distinction between the two.
Sony will always make a console with better hardware. It's always been their thing to do better graphics, to make it polished and pretty as possible. While Microsoft is always about software.
Ian chose the Xbox One over the PS4 because he has been a longtime Xbox fan and loves the new features.
I have been playing the Xbox since the beginning. Even though PlayStation's been out longer than the Xbox, I am more aware of their games. I have played through most of the franchises that have gone since the first Xbox to the Xbox One.
While early numbers have shown the PlayStation 4 to be more successful, Ian says those numbers are misleading.
Well, it's mostly due to how many systems they manufactured at launch. When PlayStation 4 launched, they had a higher quantity of systems than the Xbox Ones. Since there are more PS4s in the market, they sell out faster and they sell out more than the Xbox Ones.
Bradley student Braden McThenia plans to get the PlayStation 4 for Christmas. He has a PlayStation 3 now, but wants to stay up on the new consoles.
I guess new is always better. People are always getting the new systems. New games, they're obviously going to stop making games for PS3 and start making them for PS4.
For Braden, getting the PS4 instead of the Xbox One comes down to the numbers.
Cost. PS4 is $100 cheaper than the Xbox One, so that's a big thing for me.
Although Braden plans to get the PS4 for Christmas, Ian says that could be a very difficult wish.
When you will be able to walk into any GameStop and pick up one freely of any of the 2 systems would probably be late 2014.
For Midstate Magazine, I'm Nick Van Almsick.
Thanks, Nick. Now here's Brent with sports.
Thanks, Danielle. It hasn't been the best start for Bradley women's basketball. After winning the first 2 games to start the season, they have dropped their last 6. The Braves put up a valiant effort against 7th-ranked Kentucky earlier in the season, but since then they have struggled to get their rhythm back. Looking to rebound from a 70-point loss to Missouri, the Braves travel to Dayton, Ohio for the Wright State tournament. Bradley hopes to return home from the holiday season with a few wins and a tournament trophy. The spirit of giving is still alive in Central Illinois. Last week, players from the National Football League held a benefit party for the Washington tornado victims. Fans were treated to a VIP presentation of the game between the Bears and the Cowboys. Players Alex Tanney, Cody White, and Andy Studebaker were among those contributing to the cause. Though the players themselves couldn't be in attendance, they planned and funded the entire party. Washington citizens were treated to food, drinks, entertainment, and a big screen television. People from neighboring communities also attended to make donations and watch the game. As if we haven't said it enough, the injury bug is plaguing Chicago sports once again. This time it is goalie Corey Crawford of the Chicago Blackhawks. Crawford sustained a lower body injury in the Hawks' 6-2 win over Florida. Though it doesn't seem serious, there is no timetable for his return. With backup goaltender Nikolai Babybulin currently out as well, the Hawks have recalled their Rockford goalies. Rookie Antti Ranta has very little NHL experience, but will handle most of the workload until Crawford returns. That's it for sports. Back to you, Danielle.
Thanks, Brent. You've heard of the term 5-finger discount. But what about the term 4-pawed discount? Well, a husky in South Carolina by the name of Cato was caught on tape by security cameras carrying off some pretty valuable merchandise. To a dog, anyway. Cato helped himself to several pig ears, beef bones, and dog treats after slipping away from his leash early that morning. The furry bandit was captured a total of 2 times on camera before store managers had to lock the doors in an attempt to keep the pooch outside. The conniving canine was burying his treasure behind a neighboring car wash.
Well, I know the term 5-fingered high five, and I'd give that to everyone who participated in helping produce the news this semester. So.
Aw, that's sweet, Brent.
Very well.
Steven.
Well, that's it for the news. I'm Brent Balls.
I'm Stephen Gothals.
And I'm Daniel Hayimski. Have a great night and join us next week.
All right, thanks, news team.
Yeah, we just determined that Steven made that 5-finger high-five thing up. I don't know what that is.
I don't know either, and we'll have to ask him, I'm sure, shortly, you know, when we come back or whatnot. But
yeah.
I want to ask you, how have you been dealing with the snow? You know, it's been really cold lately.
Yeah, with the snow. Well, we should redirect that question to how is my driving in the snow, because I think that is the problem with the majority of Illinoisans.
Right.
Anyone. As soon as, you know, we get our first snowfalls, you see the accidents increase right away.
It's true. It's true. I mean, even my one of the people I live with was driving, and as they came around the ramp, slid off the road. So that was kind of scary. Yeah. I mean, we were both from California, so.
Oh, you guys probably never see snow.
Well, I've seen snow, you know.
You have?
Mean, we can go to the mountains and see snow, you know, and ski and all that stuff.
Of
yeah,
course.
But it's not too bad, yeah.
Yeah, well, I watched, you know, the Disney 3D movie Frozen.
Oh,
yeah, we aired it. We aired last week was our segment covering it, I believe. But
how'd you like it?
I thought it was a very cute story, but something stuck out to me where their snowman is one of the characters, and he said, "I can't wait for summer." And, you know, I was like, somebody's got to tell him, you know, the snowman ain't going to do so well in the summer.
Melt away, right. Yeah, so, I mean, okay, so Frozen, anything else you've been doing lately?
Nope, I mean, other than just preparing for the holidays.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
okay, you got Christmas coming up. Any special big plans?
Just sticking with family, and hopefully, you know, we've been doing gift shopping around there. So I won't tell you what I got you yet.
Oh,
we'll see.
come back there and
Trying to pry that.
Well, Jalen covered a lot of great music for us this season.
Let's take a look back and go back with Jalen.
Hello, Jesus children.
Hey, I'm Jalen Cook, and this is On the Beat. This week, we've decided to hop in the Midstate time machine and go back to 1973 and check out Stevie Wonder's classic album, Inner Visions. This album featured some of Wonder's signature singles, including Living for the City, Higher Ground, and Don't You Worry About a Thing. It also contains a variety of funky sounds, catchy beats, and wonderful lyricism that we've all come to love over the years. Inner Visions is a masterpiece in every possible way, from the compositions all the way to the production value. It's also a fantastic showcase of Stevie Wonder's abilities as a musical virtuoso. Instead of having a band take control of the background instruments and vocals, Wonder acted as a one-man band and performed every instrument we heard within the album, a feat we rarely see or hear with music today. Stevie Wonder is one of the most influential artists of all time, and Inner Visions is a stellar showcase of his incredible talent. Keep in mind, this was the 16th album released at the time, so his rich musical career was far from over then and still is going strong to this day. Until next time, for On the Beat, I'm Jalen Cook.
All right, thanks, Jalen. Well, Marcella, I do kind of want to put you on the spot since we have your mother watching.
Oh my goodness! Well, your mother's probably watching too, Don.
Yeah,
She's your number one fan.
You know, you can't discount the mom or whatever. Would you like to give your mom a shout out or anything?
I will. What is her name, by the way?
My mother?
Yes, your mother's name.
Lisa McClure is her.
Lisa.
Yes.
Lisa.
Yes. But what about you? What is going on, you know, dating-wise? Any good stories?
Well, my mother is watching. I don't think
you don't want to take
the
that
personal life here, you know. Trying to get sneaky with me, Don. I see how you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, to switch gears really quick, you know, I've been trying to keep up with Derrick Rose as far as sports is concerned, and he has hurt his other knee because he was out for his first knee, out in the second knee. You know, that's still been big news, but he's trying to make a comeback and all that.
Yeah, so Chicago fans are just, it seems like they're disappointed, but kind of empathetic at the same time. I mean, that's not
We'll see. Well, you know, this season we got stumped by some, you know, tough questions with street teams.
Okay, well, let's take a second street with Street Team.
Hey everybody, I'm Ricky Hennon here with Midstate Magazine, and this is the Street Team. The NBA season just got underway, so we're going to ask people a couple questions on what they know about the NBA. So let's get started. In what year was the actual basketball invented? Take a guess.
I have no idea. I have no idea either. Do you want to take a guess? I'm not even from here. I don't know.
Finally going to stump this guy.
I have no idea. Is it like, I'm going to say like 1920?
1892.
1892?
I was going to say 1845.
1845. Actually invented a lot later than you think, in 1929.
Wow.
Yeah. Who was the all-time scoring leader in NBA history?
Michael Jordan.
It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Let's say Wilt Chamberlain.
I'm going to say Lou Alcindor.
Ryan, who was the all-time scoring leader in NBA history? You said you're
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh man, he's on top of it. And who was the highest paid NBA athlete in 2013? Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, or Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne Wade.
LeBron James. What was the second one?
It was Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Dwayne Wade.
Kobe Bryant? Yeah, Kobe Bryant or LeBron.
Actually, no, it's Kevin Durant.
Definitely LBJ, man.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah? It's actually Kobe Bryant. Wow. And can you guess how much he's making this year?
A lot more than me.
So let's say you dunk a basketball. How would you celebrate that?
I don't know, do like a salsa.
I would, I don't know, probably buy some popcorn and throw it in the air or something like that.
LeBron James style?
Yeah. With popcorn, though.
With popcorn?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not really sure, but I would definitely need a new pair of underpants because I would be so excited.
From Midstate Magazine, I'm Ricky Hendon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Well, thanks, Ricky. So, how did you do this time, Don? Were you answering all those questions pretty well?
I knew a few bit more, you know, since it's the best of, you know, I've kind of heard some of the research questions and
so
everything
you retained
like
that information?
Yeah, you know.
Well, you know what, I thought it's always interesting to bring up the debate whether or not, you know, considering how much professional athletes get paid, you know, if it's morally right to pay them that much, you know, when you have other members of society like professors not earning nearly as much, you know, but
right. Well, they say, I mean, for teachers, they say, you know, you get into the profession to really teach and not for a whole lot of money, because then if you start paying people a lot of money, then people start going into teaching for the wrong ideas, and then, you know, questionable education, and then, I mean.
Sure, because I do think that one of the things that makes a professor so great is their passion.
Exactly.
And that's not fueled, you know, by financing.
Right, so. Exactly. And I mean, the other thing is too, with sports has a lot of things as far as like gender, I guess, segregation and everything as far as how much more men are paid more than women, and you know, it is. I mean, the only thing I know recently.
Well, let's face it, we'd rather go to an NBA game than WBA.
Of course. Well, About Town found some interesting places for us to check out this season.
We sure did. So let's go back to one of our favorites.
The city of Peoria is full of history and culture, and all this is being highlighted at the Peoria Riverfront Museum.
Today is our Peoria Community History Day. We partnered with the Peoria Historical Society and WTVP. We have a variety of events throughout the day that relate to Peoria's history.
One of the many events of the day featured the reenactments of the Metamora Courthouse Civil Dancers, along with director Gene Myers, who together highlighted the popular dances of the period.
Our group presents, we are reenactors, but we're not the type that fight, we're the type that do dancing. And we do dance reenacting, and we perform dances from 1805 to 1865.
As Renee Kerrigan, coordinator for the event, explains, Community Day and one exhibit in particular could not have been done without the help of the Peoria Historical Society.
We've been a partner with the Peoria Historical Society for a long time. They helped us with our Peoria history exhibit, The Street.
The Street, an interactive display, features the very best of the River City. Marilyn Leyland, past president of the PHS and volunteer at the museum for the event, describes how the exhibit focuses on many of Peoria's accomplishments and the Peorians who have made differences for the town and for the world.
The street as it's set up now is meant to focus on the inventors and entrepreneurs of Peoria. And it's surprising to people how many things were invented in Peoria or were manufactured. That Peoria was once the whiskey capital of the world, the earth-moving capital of the world. I mean, Richard Pryor is from Peoria, you know, the one who really set off stand-up comedy. And so, you know, Fibber McGee and Molly, people like that were huge in radio. Fulton Sheen, who won an Emmy.
With the entertainment, political, and even social history of Peoria on display, members of the Peoria Historical Society and the Riverfront Museum hope events like this will encourage the people of Peoria and the surrounding areas to learn more about the rich past, present, and future of the River City.
Community days are a nice way to try to encourage people who maybe aren't museum people to come and check out the museum and our other community partners, see what's going on, and learn more about the town that they live in.
For Midstate Magazine, I'm Shane Fryer.
All right, thanks, Shane. So, Marcella, you know, being behind the scenes now, what is your, you know, revisiting history, what is your favorite thing that's happened this season so far?
Well, you know, from technical director standpoint, I think I really enjoy getting to create and mix the images when we record our State of the Arts segments.
Okay.
You know, we bring in talent, so
Right.
I always enjoy, you know, just listening to what they have to bring to the table. But
Right.
in addition, making them look good and taking the right shots on the right beat. You know, you have to go with it, and sometimes you can get pretty creative and do some dissolves. And so I think that is something that I've always enjoyed. What about you?
For me, I think still right now this season, I think the Halloween segment was my favorite.
You just like the candy. They had candy back here for you, and you just ate it. This is what your comforting food was.
You know, don't judge me on what I like to.
Well, you don't eat meat, so you got to make up for it somewhere.
That
with
is
candy.
true. That is true. But you know,
Maybe
I mean,
would you eat a meat-flavored candy?
We did. No, I don't know how I feel about that.
Like bacon? I don't know. Men love bacon, so I just don't know.
That feels like a violation. It really does, you know, call Peter. But I really did enjoy the Halloween theme, and so many people got creative and went and found different things and stuff like that. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, with the outfits too. I mean,
right.
What were you? I can't remember what you dressed up as. Were you anything? You probably went as yourself, and it was plenty frightening.
Well, hold that thought, because we had a lot of interesting celebrity gossip this season as well.
Let's go back to our favorite in the spotlight.
I'm Jackie Myers, and this is In the Spotlight. It is with deep sadness that we take a moment to recognize the death of actor Paul Walker, who was killed in a tragic car accident in Santa Clarita, California, last Saturday, November 30th. The Fast and Furious star was on his way to a charity event for his organization, Reach Out Worldwide, to support the Philippines typhoon aid. Days later, Walker's father, Paul Walker Sr., spoke out on his son's behalf and could barely keep himself together as he talked about how much his son truly meant to him. Walker Sr. said that his family is going through a tough time coping with the actor's sudden death, especially his son's 15-year-old daughter, Meadow. He stated, "Meadow has been taking it really hard, but thankfully she is surrounded by family and friends who love her. Our condolences go out to the Walker family during this rough time." In American culture, Thanksgiving dinner is an event that many look forward to every year. For British singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran, it was quite an educational experience. Sheeran celebrated his first Thanksgiving last Thursday with celebrity actress Jennifer Aniston, and it seemed as if he was pleased with his experience, while he was also a little confused. He laughed and told the reporter, "I had turkey, I had stuffing, and I had sweet potato, but there was marshmallow in mine. Is that meant to happen? You shouldn't do that." Katy Perry, famous pop star or ambassador? Now she is both. Last Tuesday, the singer-songwriter was appointed as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador in New York City. She explains that it is her mission to encourage young people in UNICEF's work to develop the lives of defenseless children and teens all over the world. One can get involved by speaking out against war, violence, and abuse. Perry stated that she believes young people have the power to change their own lives. She is honored to be representing UNICEF as a Goodwill Ambassador and is committed to doing everything she can to help children and adolescents who came from different backgrounds but want the same thing, a brighter future. For In the Spotlight, I'm Jackie Myers.
Thank you, Jackie. She always does a nice job delivering us, you know, covering celebrities, because it's always, my preference is to give a celebrity a spotlight when they do something good, you know, like with Katy Perry, as opposed to Miley Cyrus twerking. So those are the stories that I would see.
She has been pretty popular this season, definitely, you know, and her last performance, as a matter of fact, she got on stage with the big cat, and have you seen
I like cats, though, so this, for me, it was fine.
You like cats singing behind a woman in a bikini?
I do.
All right.
Yeah,
I learned something new about you every time.
You probably knew that. You already knew I liked cats singing behind women in bikini. I don't understand.
You know, sometimes I just question what her motives are, as far as, are you trying to really do this for the art and entertainment to inspire people, or now are you transitioning into gimmicks? You know, and it really is taken away from what I think she could be capable of.
I want to know where her father is. Why can't we have Hannah Montana back? That's what I...
Well, you know, she's transitioning to a young adult, and she's trying to break free of all that, you know, what kids, I guess, do or something.
I think it'd be hard to be a celebrity in the spotlight when you are growing up, because you have to make that transition into adulthood. So.
Well, while this is our Best Of show, the Let's Eat team wanted to keep coming with the good food.
They found a new place for us to try, so let's check it out.
If you're in the Northwoods Mall and need a break from the hustle and bustle of Christmas shopping,
then you may want to stop at the Smoking Pit, a small hidden gem for those looking for a good meal. This restaurant is one of a kind, not only because it's in the middle of a shopping mall, but its good eats and family environment make you feel like you never left home. Owned by the Kitchens, a husband and wife team, the Smoking Pit is an idea they have had years in the making.
I've been in restaurant business most of my life, so about 17, and the opportunity came up for this location. So we decided, I walked in and saw the wood and the tin and just thought this would be a good barbecue place.
The Smoking Pit stays true to its Mississippi roots by reflecting faith and family onto every plate.
We pride ourselves on being a Christian establishment, and I think that brings people in as well.
And it would seem their business has been blessed. The Smoking Pit is one of the few locally owned businesses in the mall that has lasted for over 5 years.
We're blessed. We're the only sit-down restaurant inside the mall. So that draws a lot of people here. They don't want the confusion of being in a food court, so they come down for a little peace and relaxation.
The Smoking Pit serves a St. Louis rib, but make no mistake, the flavor originated in Peoria. You won't find their secret sauce duplicated anywhere. Mike spent 10 years perfectly crafting a sauce that has everyone licking their fingers. I had the pulled pork sandwich with a side of fries, which aren't typically served with barbecue, but no worries. Simone kept the tradition with a side of baked beans to complement her savory rib tips. I had to roll up my sleeves before tackling the hefty pig. The Smoking Pit doesn't skimp on their portions. Each sandwich is filled with smoked meat packed with flavor. Simone can be quite picky when it comes to barbecue. According to her, there's only one place in Illinois that can really cook barbecue right. But today she was singing a different tune. Or at least she could have if her mouth wasn't full of those rib tips. Needless to say, the Smoking Pit blew both of us away. Our bill came to $17.83. Not bad for a dinner for two. So if you believe veggies should only be a side dish, leave your fork and knife at home. Your hands are all you need to enjoy this Peoria flavored pig. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Megan Gorecki.
All right, thanks, Megan.
Now, Don, tell me that did not look good. Come on, from a vegetarian standpoint, that didn't look good at all?
You know, the restaurant seemed very nice.
Mm-hmm.
The food was prepared nice, I'm sure. You know, they enjoyed it.
Nice.
You know, yeah. I'm waiting for somebody to give me something vegetarian that I can go and check out more of.
See, for me, it's a little bit creepy when they they simulate a hamburger with soy or something. It's just mysterious. You know what I mean? Like they have those like beef patties, but they're like, that's really not beef, and you're kind of like, what is that?
You know, it's more healthier than the beef you're eating, especially with all the steroids and junk and the trash they throw in. No, I'm kidding. I mean, they really do. But you know, it's actually more healthier for you, and you can get a lot you know, from it. It's not bad.
I'm sure it's a lot healthier too, but
yeah.
I'm a meat eater. That sounds weird. I guess.
You know, I was gonna do you in for a good joke, but I'm gonna leave it as this is our best of show, and it's been great having you here. And you know, how'd you enjoy your time coming back for our last shebang?
Yeah, well, I'm actually looking forward to the bloopers because I know you'll have plenty of FaceTime in that segment. So that's what I always year after year look forward to our bloopers that we put together. You know, behind the scenes.
You know, I want to keep my mouth closed. I almost forgot about the blooper, and you know, it takes us a great crew to make this show possible.
Well, let's take a look back to see what they found for us with About Crew.
In the GCC, there are journalists, graphic design artists, animators, and then the Midstate crew. Let's see who's in the studio today. What does audio do?
Entails is to play the correct audio and play the correct and have everyone mic'd up correctly.
We definitely work as a team, I'd say. We get our calls and we'll make sure we point out what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, make sure that we're flowing and make sure everything's working smoothly.
While they are working in the studio, they try to keep it a fun atmosphere.
I think one of the best ones has to do with what I just said about having a good time, where we we looked up a bunch of random facts on the computer while we were doing a show one day, and in between each filming segment, we just talked over the loudspeaker and started spouting out these random facts, like a duck's quack does not echo or something really weird like that, and I don't know, it was just a lot of fun.
Audio is not an easy job to do, but they make it look easy. So keep up the good work, guys. That's all the time we have for today. Until next time, for Midstate Magazine, I'm Megan Casey with About Crew.
Thanks, Megan.
All right, so you're a part of the crew, but what we don't get to see is behind the scenes. So please tell us, what is it that
Right, well,
goes
I
on?
think it takes a lot of coordination and everybody kind of pulling together to make this show possible because, you know, our captain is our director, Corey. And, you know, from there, she kind of, my job is to support her role.
Right.
So, you know, we have to work with audio, we have to work with, you know, Anna, who's there, like, you know, running everything. So it takes, I think everybody gives a piece to put together and you have everybody in their own little subject matter expertise. Because
I mean,
I can't do what, you know.
No, I mean, for young adults who want to get into this, you know, young kids looking to inspire in TV, right now what they're saying is you talking about being technical director and then you come to the front of the scene. So a lot of multitasking to prepare for a show. Sometimes you have to rotate.
Yep.
And we had a lot of great talent come into the studio this year as well.
Let's take a look back with State of the Arts.
Hello, and welcome to State of the Arts. I'm your host, Brooke Janes. This week on the show, I have the Bradley University Guitar Ensemble. With me is Michael Ho. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
So tell me a little bit about the ensemble. What exactly is it?
We rehearse, they're mostly music majors and minors, but not everybody. We rehearse, it's a small chamber group of all classical guitarists, and we rehearse once a week for 2 hours. We play concerts on campus at Dingledine. Occasionally we'll play a guitar festival, and sometimes it's out of state, and oftentimes it's in the Midwest, though.
Oh, okay. How far have you traveled for it? What's the farthest you've ever gone?
Let's see, Fort Wayne, Indiana, maybe? Something, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay. And is it it's audition only to get in, or
yes,
because it's so intimate, small group?
Audition. Yes.
Audition. And so, what type of music do you play? What composers, or is anything written?
The classical tradition, but we do some modern music. Sometimes we do some pop arrangements, like the guys are doing Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, and done some other things like that, but mostly classical tradition and modern art music.
So do you select what's played, or do you all decide?
I select most of it, but I let them have some input because we've got some pretty good guys and they've got good ideas. So I like to get ideas from them too.
And what are you going to play for us today?
We're playing a real traditional piece by Telemann, who's a German composer in the 1700s, and it's a concerto for violins. Adapted for guitar. Second piece is by a Southern California composer named Andrew York, and he's alive and well today, and it's called Lotus Eaters.
Oh.
He has lots of, what's the word? Weird titles for his pieces.
Sure. Well, if you want to give us a taste, you can head right on over. Sure. Thank you very much for your performance, and thank you for watching. That's all the time we have for State of the Arts. I'm your host, Brooke Janes.
Thank you, Brooke. What's really interesting about that ensemble is that you have professors and you have students coming together to perform a piece.
Right.
And I think that's a great way to, exchange and learn from each other and to help promote, practicing. Because I know sometimes a lot of the parents want to push their children to do a sport, to play an instrument.
Right.
But the good parents will sit there and play it with them, and not just say go practice, but, help them and encourage them. So it's the best way to learn.
Well, do you play any instruments?
I used to play the clarinet.
Okay.
I got frustrated one day and let it roll off and crack, so I didn't revisit that anytime soon. I was like Squidward with the awful sounding clarinet, so he can never hold a note.
Well, sometimes you just gotta keep practicing and trying different things until you actually find what you're good at. You know, that's the whole point of growing up, being a kid. And
sure. And I was in our school band and everything, but then
really
practices were early before school, and so that was just getting out of bed for that. You have to have dedication.
That's true. I definitely did some marching band, and
Did you get to wear a uniform, outfit, little hat?
You had to. You really didn't have a choice.
The marching monkey with the cymbals. That's so.
Are you calling me a monkey? Oh, you hold that thought. This season we have to get the chance to get a look at great films.
But our favorite has to be one that just came out this holiday season. Let's take a look at it.
Hi there, and welcome to Get Real. I'm your host, Haley Fichter. Let a winner of a death match go on a train to talk and talk to people about it? What do you think could happen? Katniss Everdeen is put on a train to go and talk to the districts, but is being forced to keep hope away from the hearts of people in Catching Fire.
You two have a very simple task.
I never meant for anyone to get killed. He has to know that.
What are you talking about? Who has to know what?
Snow, he came to see me. He's worried about rebellion in the district.
This movie is the next movie in the Hunger Games saga. In this sequel, Katniss Everdeen, played by Jennifer Lawrence, and Peeta Mellark, played by Josh Hutcherson, takes a victor's tour of the districts, and President Snow, played by Donald Sutherland, plots the downfall during preparations for the Quarter Quell, which only occurs every 25 years in collaboration of the Capitol's victory over the districts. Donald explained his relationship to Katniss.
He recognized almost from the first instant that no one else has been a threat to him. And she was the very manifestation of threat. And he loved it.
You haven't hurt people, Katniss. You've given...
In this scene, Katniss is conflicted on what to do next.
We have to go, Gale, before they kill us. They will kill us.
What about the other families? Huh? The ones who stay. What happens to them? People are looking at you, Katniss.
I don't want anyone looking to me. I can't help them.
You do what you want. I'm staying here.
All in all, I give Catching Fire 4 out of 5 stars. I'm Haley Fichter, and remember, the fires are still burning.
Thanks, Kayla. Now, I would have given it 5 stars. I watched that movie and I loved it.
I'm gonna have to still check it out. I have not seen it yet,
I haven't read the books, though. I have family that's encouraging me to read the books, and not that I don't want to, it's a time.
You have a little bit of hard time reading from time to time. I understand. It's not really a big deal.
I'm dyslexic and I just can't read all the time, so I can easily watch the movie, though.
No, no,
I didn't think the previews really did it justice. It's a very intriguing, but I heard with the third movie that there's only 3 books, but they're separating out into 2 movies.
Okay.
So,
well, maybe I'll try to keep up because I loved Harry Potter. The very first time I saw this, I think I expected it to be something like that, or I really wasn't sure what to expect and I didn't really get into it. So
you can read?
A little. No. Yes. Education is very important. So yes, you got to keep that going as well. And I know you'll soon be completing your education and moving on.
I think you will be sooner than me, though. So
yeah. So it'll be a lot of fun.
I might come to your graduation there, Don.
All right. Well, Kayla, I like going out to eat. So much things. It's time for another Let's Eat.
Well, good, because I'm pretty hungry. So let's get to it.
Guten Tag. For those of you who don't know, that means hello. And it's very relevant in today's episode of Let's Eat.
Located near the Illinois River is a hidden gem known as the Hofbrau. This family-owned German restaurant was founded in 1984 and continues to serve authentic German recipes to the Peoria community.
It's a large German community here, and they needed a place to go and have their German food.
And a lot of people who aren't German want to be German. They like the food, they like the atmosphere, you know? So we needed this in Peoria.
If your cravings aren't for sauerkraut, then perhaps beer is more your flavor. The Hofbrau offers over 100 different beers, creating a competition that has become a local sport. In fact, loyal customer Bob Whitaker is the title holder for most beer tours. He's completed the challenge 108 times, and his victories have not gone unnoticed.
He has his whole wall on his whole tour on the wall. He has a whole wall for himself.
That's a lot of beer. In fact, we did a little math. He's been coming here since 1986. That's 9,855 days, and he's done 108 tours, which is 10,800 beers. That's average of 1.095 beers a day for 27 years.
No one will ever catch up with him.
For those less daring, the schnitzel has much lower ABV. I tasted the smoked Thuringer, a German-Polish kielbasa served with sauerkraut, German potato salad, and applesauce? Yes, applesauce is commonly served with German food. But why?
It's just something to cleanse your palate when you eat, you know, nice little fruit, just to cleanse your palate.
The comfort food offered a burst of flavor that was different but enjoyable. We weren't the only satisfied customers.
I've been coming here for like 20 years and it's always the same. Just love it here.
I really liked the food. It was awesome, and I have German in me, so I guess it's in my blood.
The Hofbrau is located at 2210 North Jefferson Street in Peoria, Illinois. Whether you're German or not, come on down to the Hofbrau house for some authentic German food. I'm Megan Gorecki from Midstate Magazine.
All right, thanks, Megan. Well, that seems like
Hang on just a second.
Uh-huh.
I have a presentation for you.
Okay.
This is your last due here, isn't it, Dawn?
Yes.
Going back to California?
I will still be here. I still have a few obligations.
His mom's calling him home to Cali.
She's calling it hard, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, in honor of your service, sir, I want to award you with the BrainQuest Black History cards.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Knowledge.
It'll
for
make
you, dear, given the awful season that we have, I'm Lubriderm for sensitive skin because I know how sensitive your skin is.
Are we getting paid to promote these advertisements as product placement or anything? No, because we should.
My love and admiration for you both and for the wonderful job you've done here on Midstate Magazine.
Well, thank you.
You should put some on your knuckles right there.
Okay, I'll go ahead and
it's very healing.
Yeah. Does anybody else want some?
Sure, I'll take some. You know,
I'm a sharing person.
It's kind of sticky, so you don't need a lot, just a little.
Oh,
nice
okay.
Smooth hands for the ladies, Don.
Exactly, you know.
Give me a shot of that too, bud.
All right, yeah.
A little shot. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Isn't it wonderful to be on Midstate Magazine?
Just wonderful.
All right, kids, I'm going to go back to the guitar room.
All right. Well, we
thanks
love
for
having
singing
Bob
us
pop out on us. All right, Brooke brought in a lot of great talent this season.
Let's take a look back at another state-of-the-art favorites.
Hello, and welcome to State of the Arts. I'm your host, Brooke James. Today in studio, I have local artist Chris Tarpley. Thank you for joining us today.
It's a pleasure.
So you're an artist. What exactly do you play / sing / do?
Well, here in Peoria, I'm originally from Pekin, but I moved to Peoria probably about 4 years ago, and been playing piano and singing probably, for a good portion of my life. But just, part-time musician, do some gigs and things, and then, work for the Peoria Park District and things.
Okay. So. What do you do at the Park District?
I work with kids with behavior issues and things, more down with the west side, kind of tutor them, and then, kind of be a role model and things for them. But it's, it's a rewarding job. It's a good time. So. Yeah. But also, I made the semi-pro basketball team here for Peoria.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Who would have thought? No, I'm like 30 years old now. But no, it's called the Midwest Flames, and we're going to be playing at Woodruff High School, and hopefully, if we have a great season with the ABA, it might go to Bradley Coliseum next year. So. Wow. So we're kind of hoping for that.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it might be right near you guys. So.
Perfect. So you said you started with piano. When did the songwriting come in? That's kind of a big jump.
Yeah, you're right. I would say I was in my last year of school at Eureka. I went to ICC and then I went to Eureka, and just kind of feeling something different, you know, maybe not ready to teach yet, you know, maybe I was immature in some ways, but I started it's kind of just hit me, and I feel it's a testimony, you know, I put my faith in, you know, in God and things, and I feel like, you know, it's one of those things that he's kind of molded, and it's just I got to keep, you know, working. So yeah, it's something that drives me. You know, I think everybody has to have a hobby or something like a passion in life. So.
And you're willing to share that passion with us today?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. What are you gonna sing?
Well, this is a new song that I wrote probably about 6-7 months ago. It's called "It's Time to Fold."
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Right.
If you'll give us a little taste.
No worries.
And you're playing a gig. You play gigs.
Yes, Sky Harbor Fridays.
Sky Harbor Fridays, 7 to 10, I heard?
7 to 10, I think.
7 to 10.
Most times.
Most times, okay.
Talking till the point is made. Do you understand? Get ready for the plan. Pop that pill. Any questions, just raise your hand. It's time to make a stand. And this game's gone crazy. It's time to fall. Put your faith in trust. All he'll make you bold. That's what I'm told. Don't let him control you, honey. Just let her breathe. Why choose the world, Playboy Bunny? There's a light that you don't see. There's got to be a better place for me where I can go to find the flow to life. Life's relationship always tip, don't get in a fight and always lose that sight. And this game gone crazy, it's time to fall. Put your faith in trust, all he'll make you bold. That's what I'm told. Don't let him control you, honey. Just let her breathe. Why choose the world, Playboy Bunny? There's a lie that you don't see.
Thank you for that performance, Chris. And thank you for watching. That's all the time we have for State of the Arts. I'm your host, Brooke Janes.
Thanks, Brooke. I know just choosing from our State of the Arts is probably difficult. We had great talent across the board.
But you know what? Now seeing that again, he was my favorite. I think he had one of the best voices, in my opinion.
Voice.
Yes, that we got on the show this season so far. I thought he was excellent. He really
I think it's important to find your niche and to find how you brand yourself when you come into trying to make yourself and make a name for yourself, because there's too many generics out there. So when you can play the piano like that and sing in such a different kind of tone and bring something different to the table, that's what's going to make you stand out. So
and I mean, we search around Peoria looking for some of the best talent, and me not being from down here, it's so much from that new museum that opened up.
But I think California, that style would easily adapt. Like they would enjoy that type of kind of mellow.
In California, so many people come to California to be artists, and you find it everywhere. But out here, it was a great surprise. Like I even found a poetry gathering that meets like every once a month or something like that, and people do poetry.
So they write it and then they all present it.
Yes, and and it's a cool atmosphere. It really is. Marcella, sometimes the show just doesn't always go as planned.
Nope, probably more times than it doesn't. But that's why there is a great blooper reel, so let's enjoy it.
Good evening, I'm Stephen Gofels.
And I'm Jill Hamsky. Now let's take a look at the news.
Was that on us?
We have bloopers for this, Steven.
We need bloopers.
Do. It'd be such a good section in the thing.
Go and talk about the districts as being forced to keep hope away from the hearts of people catching fire.
Hello and welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm Don McClure.
And I'm Kayla Neitz. Thank you for joining us tonight.
The event continues next weekend into Sunday night.
Bartonville driver veered off-road, hitting both a telephone pole and tree.
Current #1 song on the charts in high school is a senior in high school.
Actually been doing the Atkins diet and love it. She said on Twitter.
Good evening, I'm Stephen Gothals.
Sometimes the window guy is on the roof.
All in all, I give RIPD 3 out of 5 stars. I'm Haley Fichter.
Police say he shot a firearm.
Germantown Academy. Sorry.
After a Bartonville driver veered off-road, hitting both a telephone pole and a tree.
673-9000. A deadly tornado ripped through the heart of central Illinois last week.
Celebrity planner Mindy West. The event was organized by celebrity event planner Mindy West. Event planner Mindy West, who went above and beyond her client, fun games for the guests,
causing him to go brain dead.
Oh, well, there were some good bloopers this season. I think my favorite was the slow turn.
And Steven has this,
Steve, yeah.
I think it just realizes, I think I'm looking at the wrong camera and I'm going to try to pull this one out and go here and just start on it.
Right. I think that was the greatest, them catching them. And I'm like, that's the news team. They're supposed to be serious, and they up there getting all the fun, you know?
That's right. I mean, it probably, as soon as they go behind the scenes and cut, you know, they're probably just goofing off as much as we do.
Exactly. You know, I think I'm the most serious one here. I am. You know, I try.
Don, if you cannot hold a straight face for more than 10 seconds. You know you can't.
That's probably
You're the
true,
biggest cheeser I know.
I am always cheesing, I am always smiling. But I've had a great time doing the show, and this being kind of like the last hurrah has been awesome.
I think
it really
just, the energy we all put together is just, when we're making TV and putting this on, I think the important thing is to have fun. Yes. And that's what really makes it the art, not so much the technicalities of it.
The love for it. I mean, I have truly loved doing this. That's why I always wanted to come back and just want to be involved and help.
And I think Bob, does a good job of transferring his passion to his students to try to put this thing together.
Exactly. And you need somebody who can direct everybody and not lose it. I mean, there's so many different jobs and elements that goes into this.
And it helps that our setting is in Peoria, because I think it's got quite a bit to offer. There is a lot of unique factors about Peoria, whether it's our demographics or just our business work life here. I think it's great for covering news stories and bringing things to the spotlight.
It truly is. I mean, I think the biggest lesson I've learned here is the show always must go on, as they say.
The show must go on.
Yes, but no matter how sticky the situation gets, you have to fight through it. You never give up, and you just keep pushing on. You can't stop. It has to keep moving, and that's what Bob tells you, to keep moving even in the toughest times.
It's important, I think, to find ways around to do things, because if plan A doesn't work, you got to go to plan B. But like you said, the show must go on. So then, again, your talent really shows through when you can still perform without giving your first option.
Yeah, and it's been a pleasure. We've had Aaron Schock on the show. We've had all kinds of different segments of life-saving things, and it's been great. And thank you for being here. And that's all the time we have for Midstate Magazine. I'm Don McClure.
And I'm Marcella Gillen. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful night.
Stay classy.